Hello, everyone. I'm Martin. I can see you.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
Great to see you. And today is our guest, Vlad, our permanent Upwork expert. And he's been talking about today about scanners and how to set them up effectively. Please, Vlad.
Yeah, that's exactly what I will tell you. So, guys, it's basically on my events. So let's start from rating your day from 1 to 10. Can you tell me how was your day going? Just type in a chat from 1 to 10. 9, 10, 2, 9. Okay, it seems that most of the people likes Monday. But for example, just me, I'm hating the Monday because after weekends it's very difficult to start work week without issues, and basically, like Monday is the most busiest day during the week. What do you think about it? If you want, you can turn microphone. We can discuss just small talk to have a good connection, good vibe at the beginning of the event, and then we will move forward and start discussions about the scanners. So, does somebody has any thoughts about Monday?
For me, it's fine. Either it's Friday or Monday. I feel good. I'm good with
Okay,
all of the weekdays. Yeah.
okay, Carlin. What is the weather in your region now?
In Almaty, it's hot today. I mean, a little hot. It is 28 or 29 degrees. So yeah,
It's a
good.
little hot.
Yeah. Well, it's
Okay,
it's it's
okay,
better than 40 degrees for sure.
okay. Here in Ukraine, like 32 will be very hot, and nobody will go outside. Yeah, and 29, it's like very good temperature, even for spend work day near the pool.
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
yeah, because like most of the people here are freelancers, and working near the pool or near the sea, it's like the main reason why people's choosing the freelance. It's a flexibility. So, okay, sounds like you have a bit hard time with your work if you don't like Mondays. Maybe I will agree with you because like every time on Monday I'm working about 10, 15 hours, depends on the Monday. And after weekends, it's like it happens very quick when I need to start working and have a lot of work. Okay, guys. So I think we are ready. We connected. We have a good vibes. I'm starting the sharing my screen. Can you tell me if you see it? Do you
Yeah,
see my screen?
all good.
Okay. So today we will discuss today we will discuss how to create mind-blowing scanners that will bring you truly relevant clients. Because every time when I'm setting up the gig radar for my customers, I found that most of the peoples has the same issue with their scanners. And the issue here is people doing it very in general. They using the general keywords. They don't try to find the niche, and it's cut their conversions. So most of the people already know who I am, but I will repeat it. My name is Vlad. I'm Upwork expert with over 4 years in this field, and the 7+ years in the sales, because I don't remember how many years exactly I have in the sales, because sales, it's not just your current work position or something like that. Sales, it's your mindset with what you burned. Yeah, I'm helping companies to build and scale their sales departments, mostly with Upwork. But also I can help with lead generation. Also, I'm helping companies to develop go-to-market strategies, lead flows, and automation systems that brings their new revenue, exclusive revenue, and help increase their sales process. Okay. Today, our meeting agendas will be first of all, I will introduce you GigRadar and the scanner because, as I know, not only GigRadar users connected to this event. Also, I'll tell you about GigRadar search syntax. So, about the operators and logic, how we can create a really good scanner that will search a real relevant project. Then we will move to general and niche scanners. We will compare them. I'll tell you what is the difference and how to resolve the issues of each scanner. Also, I will tell you a bit about advanced filters, about the budget, clients, jobs, uh, tell you the scanner logic, how it will be, daily workflow with the scanners, the benefits of the GigRadar system with this setup, exactly because like you already everybody knows already about the GigRadar and how it works, but nobody understands the benefits of this system. And we'll tell you about the practical exercise which you can do at home, and it will bring your conversions to the next level. So let's start. So what is the scanner? Scanner, it's like the main part of a GigRadar. So it's like a saved search in GigRadar. It will monitors your Upwork feed for relevant projects automatically. And instead of searching it manually, you can get a stream of filtered jobs. So it will help you to save a lot of your time because I'm building a lead generation departments with manual lead generation and with automatic. So automatic lead generation showing a bit higher results than manual, just because peoples to find the relevant job posting can spend about 30 minutes, and the GigRadar will do it in less than 2 minutes. So that's why GigRadar works better than manual lead generators. But in the case if it correctly set it up. So let me explain you the situation and compare the GigRadar with just a manual lead generator. You can see here the results. During last week, we have sent 80 proposals and received 6 replies. And as you see, GigRadar applied to jobs within 30 minutes. So in less than 15 minutes, we applied to most of the job postings. And here is the manual lead gen who sent proposals for 50 minutes. And as a result, we can see that lead generator proposals view it like less than GigRadars, and the reply rates on these proposals are 0. And the GigRadar has 10%. That's exactly why I prefer using GigRadar. So, okay, moving to the next slide. And we'll cover the topic of the GigRadar syntax because most of the customers of GigRadar who asked me for a setup didn't know about the syntax. But syntax here is the most important thing because it will help you to find all most relevant jobs and it will extend your search at least in twice. So the first thing, it's a wildcard. So like it's a star, and it will help you to match words endings. So let's say you searching for design, designer, and designing. To do not waste your time, to make it more compact, uh, rather than use these three types of keywords, you can use just design and place the star at the end. And then it will be counted in a GeekRadar system as these three words with different eight endings. So it will help you to cover most of the relevant keywords. Then we are moving to OR operator, which is a pipe. So, for example, you using different types of keywords, let's say design and Figma. So, if you will place the space between them, it will be AND operator. So, it will be like design and Figma. And these two keywords should be in one job. So, like design and Figma. Doesn't matter where it will be, but design and Figma should be in one job. But with OR operator, we can search for jobs with design or with Figma, and doesn't matter, it will be together or not. So the brackets help you to find exact phrase. As you see here an example, when we use in web development, it will be, if without brackets, will be web and development. So like it will bring you a lot of the jobs with a web and development. But if you need to search exact position, let's say, then you should use the brackets and other brackets for grouping of the logic. So we can find different types of projects. Let's say here is a two-step search request. So we're starting with design, and by using the grouping logic, we can find jobs design brochure, design business card. So doesn't matter, it will be design brochure or design business card, but if we will remove here the pipe, then we will receive like design brochure and business card. So like in the same job, we should find these two keywords. Okay, and the space, it's an AND operator. So just if we will replace the pipe, it will be AND. If we paste the pipe, it will be OR. Why it's important? Because when you're searching and when you don't know GeekRadar syntax and how it works, your feed will be reduced in 2 times. So, and you missing opportunities every time when you don't have all the jobs. Moving to the next slide, from the general scanner to a niche scanner. So I have split these two scanners to 2 ways. So we have a general scanners and we have a niche scanners. What is the difference between the general scanner and the niche? So general scanner will cover all the jobs that suit your services. Let's imagine that you working in UX UI design field. So the general scanner will catch all the jobs about the UX UI design, about the Figma projects, etc. But the niche scanners will catch only UX UI design jobs in a specific niche. So like a fintech, like a educational technologies, let's say SaaS industry, etc. So the biggest plus of each scanner, it's for a general scanner, it helping you to capture all possible jobs on the market. For the niche scanner will help you to deliver more results in terms of conversions. But in general scanner, due to the weaker personalization, your conversion will be much lower than on the niche scanners. And niche scanner will cut a large number of the jobs. So, can you tell me, do you know how we can fix these two situations? Who can answer in the chat? Who know the answer? So I'm telling you that when we need to set up a general scanner and the niche scanner, how we can fix the fit. So like the niche scanner will reduce all relevant jobs, but without niching. And the general scanner will cover all the jobs, but it will have a less personalization to a client. So the results in conversion will be lower. And how we can fix it? Anybody knows? We are here to learn this. Okay. So, prioritization, exactly. It's a right choice. Up, up his check, you can contact later to a Corlan. And for the right answer, I will send to Corlan the guide about my prompt and my prompt with it. And Corlan will share it with you. Okay. Uh, yes, it's a scanner priority. So in GigRadar, we have the scanner's priority. And to make it to receive as much results as we can from it, we need to move scanners by their priority. So how it works? The higher scanner, if this scanner will apply and then this scanner find the job, the same job. So in your activity feed, it will show you that other scanner already applied to this job and this scanner will skip it. And what does it mean? So general scanner will cover all the feed on Upwork. And after that, we have a niche specific scanners for each industry. And it will help us to cover all niched jobs where customer mentioned exact niche with a high quality personalized prompt. And then general scanner will cover other jobs without personalization where we can't find anything to show like for example relevant cases when they're looking just UX UI designer for a website. We doesn't know what website they need, uh, what timelines they need. So in general, we can apply just with full portfolio for general scanner. Yeah. But for fintech or e-commerce scanner or dating scanner, we will apply with specific jobs in this industry. And GigRadar allow us to do this. In GigRadar, we have a feature that help us to set up an exact portfolio. So you can see it here, the feature which called choose portfolio. And we can select exact cases which will work for exact scanner. And it will increase our conversion because Starter will never make a mistake, or Laziza will never make a mistake because you selected exact cases which relevant to this industry. And it will help you to receive much more results. Okay, any questions about it? Maybe somebody want to ask the question.
I think we can keep moving, and then if there are any
Oh,
questions, I'll let you know.
okay. So here you can see the scanner setup examples. You see the general and niche scanners and the difference between them. Uh, most of my scanners are made with two-step search queries. Let's say I'm using like UI, UX, UX, UI, UX, UI, Figma website, web app platform, application app. just to cover all the types of the services, and design expert, rockstar designer, UX UI design. So just to cover all the relevant jobs for a UX UI designer. Then we're moving to the niche scanner. In this part, these scanners are the same as the previous one, but here we have a three steps search. So we're searching for some industry words like finance, wealth, savings, budgeting, investments, banking, wallet, money, etc. And then this one of these words will be connected with one of these words, and as the third step, it will look for the third word. And for example, we can find a job with this search like fintech UI UX designer or finance website rebuild, savings platform design. And it will help us to find as much keywords as we can and collect all possible relevant jobs on Upwork. I was using this scanner setup. So it will help you to cover all general jobs and all niche jobs, and then to apply to each job with a relevant cover letter. Also, GitRadar has a filters. I think better will be to show it exactly on GitRadar. We have a category filter, job filter, client filter, and experience filter. Let me show you it in a GitRadar. So in advanced filter, we can use exclude, include words, also select search only on titles, or also we can search on skills. Then we can select the category, the same as on Upwork. So also one advice from me, previously I thought that, and I saw that some of the jobs was out of the categories on Upwork, but in the GigRadar, all jobs which matched to your search keywords will be in the relevant industry. I think it's connected with UMA, because UMA started on a client side, selecting the right industry automatically. And we have just maybe one of one job without category among 200 jobs. So my advice, select exactly your industry. Then we're moving to the jobs. We can select project type. It can be fixed, hourly. Also, we can select the fixed price, minimum budget, the maximum budget. I don't know if somebody wants to set a maximum budget. Also, we can select the hourly rate price budget, so the minimum hourly rate. And it doesn't mean that in Upwork it will be like client's minimum rate. No. If let's say we have a price range and customer has a budget between 15 and 40. So if 40 is the highest price, it will be included to our search. But if, for example, customer looking for, let's say, $10 to 39, then we will skip. Okay. Estimate hourly rate when it's not available. So GigRadar can check the job description and estimate the price for a project. And if it will works, then it will apply to it. But I'm not using this feature. I don't know why, to be honest. I haven't tested it. So Include budget placeholders. Budget placeholders, it's a good feature, but not for all industries. For example, if you are a developer and if you have huge jobs like 20K, 40K, 50K, I saw many customers looking just for, let's say they posting a job with a $5 budget, and inside the description, they asking for estimation. So just to estimate the budget of this task, etc. And in that case, budget placeholder will be good. But for example, if you are, let's say, business card designer or graphic designer, many times budget placeholder will be not a budget placeholder because like as you see 10 5 $99 budget will be searched. But to be honest with you, like some of the clients thinking that for $5 with all Upwork fees, commissions, and connects, it's possible to create a business card. And that's why I'm not using it in the design field, but I'm highly recommend you use it in development field or in any field where you have projects uh, like minimum budget from 2.5K. Then moving to include jobs with unspecified budget. So when the customer doesn't know how much money he has for this job, they a lot of the times using the unspecified budget just to okay recommend me your price or show me your price, and then I will make a decision based on the bids that I will receive. So we're still applying to these jobs, but it's on opinion of each people. Also, we can select the connect price, but on my opinion, doesn't matter the connect price because Upwork can think that it's a small job and can apply like for a can select the low connect price for this job. But in the case when we set a minimum connects, then Upwork will give us like the better jobs, but we can miss a lot of the opportunities. That's why I'm not using the connect price filter. The project duration and hourly workload for the job posting. These filters are also set it up by Upwork automatically on the client side, or some of the customer can do it manually. But most of the clients are not technical persons and they doesn't know how many hours or how much hours this work will take, and they doesn't know how many time they need for it. So that's why I'm not using this filter. Also, we can search for job postings questions, but most of the jobs are without questions, and the description size. So we can select the how long will be description on this job posting. I'm not using these two filters because in my opinion, like even lazy client can pay us money. So also we can search the client countries to apply. So include client countries and exclude client countries. On my opinion, I recommend you to use include filter just to select exact countries that you will work with. Because when you use exclude words, exclude countries, so it will search for all countries and you can miss some of them. That's why I'm highly recommend you to use just include client countries, because it will search only for these countries that you selected. Also, the client rating, client minimum average feedback. So I prefer to work with the clients with no less than 4 stars reviews in average, because it means that this client are really good and he knows what he wants. He previously hired the freelancers who left him good reviews. And for me, it's an indicator that I can apply to this job and work with this client. And secondly, I'm I like to work with the clients with no feedback on Upwork and without any verifications. Like, let's say, customer just created a Upwork account and I will apply to the job because, as my statistics shown, among all the agencies, prefer mostly I'm working with agencies who has a rate like no less than $30 per hour and up to 60. And so, as I saw on their projects, uh, most of the clients who hire these agencies has or a good average spend or has completely new account. Customers, let's say with $10 average rate, they will most of the time skip or can't afford these agencies. So as you see here, I'm placed the average hourly rate paid. So because I can't select here like $40 per hour, yeah, because it's average price. And for example, this customer hired somebody for data entry for $3, let's say virtual assistant for $10, and two developers for $40. And then like when we're mixing it and making the average price, it will be about 20. That's why we can't do like our rate. How to select the average hourly rate paid and how to understand that it's exactly your client. First of all, when you looking for job postings, you should go to your previous contacts and check all the customers that you have. For what do you need it? You will understand the lowest, the minimum average price, and the customers, like of the customers that already hired you or worked with you. And then you can just apply only to these customers. How it will help you? First of all, you will spend less money on lead generation because you will apply to only relevant clients' jobs. Second thing, uh, customers who already hired you, it's like your ideal customer profile. So it's like ICP for you. And then you can just check it and understand that when you apply into this client, you have much higher chance to be chosen than to apply with, for example, to a customer who has like $10 average rate. Because like if we look to the statistics, they can't afford your services if you sell it for $40 per hour. Also, some filters about the client profile. You can select the company sizes if you have more like niche specific or company specific filters. The client industry, if you're working with exact industries, and select the enterprise or not. So I'm not using it because I'm working with everyone, even with early stage self-funded startups, but only when they have or a good project or a good budget because sometimes people can have a good budget on a small account because they just created it. So also we can select the talent preference here. We can select the unspecified or only agencies, but also we can have the third preference. It's only freelancers. As I'm working mostly with the agencies, I'm not selecting only freelancers because customers mention that I need exactly freelancer to work with him directly. That's why I am avoiding these kind of job postings. And the experience level. So I'm selecting intermediate and expert level because intermediate, like on Upwork, it's a most of the jobs, and some of the jobs I saw was expert. It's jobs with a really good budgets for their projects, but also we have entry level jobs. But I haven't seen any entry level job that will really suit to services that my clients selling. That's why, like in 99% of the situation, I'm using just this setup for everybody. Okay. So, any questions? Okay.
Thank you
There is
very
no
much,
question.
Vlad.
You
Uh,
know,
we can wait
when
a little bit. Maybe someone is typing.
yeah, because I'm a bit afraid when on events I don't have any questions, because it can mean two different situations. The first situation is nobody understand nothing, and the second situation it's people understood everything very well. So, anybody has a questions?
Just a quick note. If you guys come up with other questions just later after the event ends, you can DM Vlad on our Slack anytime you want. And I can see
Mm,
one question from Madushkin.
yeah,
Do you
I
recommend to
see.
use Sardot on narrow scanners or Laziza?
To be honest with you, I'm like 90% of all my scanners, I'm using the Sardar because I feel more comfortable with it. Why I feel more comfortable with it? Because I can set up it like very, very strict. So exactly how I need it. But also, I'm not avoiding the Laziza, but I'm using Laziza mostly for general scanners because I need to have a double check. So Laziza will help me to do a double check according to my feedback, based on my feedback, and it will improve every time. And if you lazy like me to search all these excluded words and double check your scanners twice in a day, then your selection will be Laziza. But if you are happy and you want to make it like manually, so then select the side door because it will be cheaper for you and it will help you to do more like better setup in terms of your own selections. What length of beats do you recommend? Ksenia, I don't have any advices on the length of beats because, to be honest with you, I have seen different ways of how agencies works. Somebody sending just 3 sentence cover letter, somebody sending like a huge cover letters, and in most of the agencies, results are the same. But only one main thing I recommend you to use the AIDA structure. So attention, interest, desire, action. It's how your cover letter should looks. Because every time like first 180 to 200 symbols, it's your hook and you should catch the customers using only these 200 characters in your cover letter. Then it will increase your chance to be opened. And when you open, your cover letter should look very, very like expert. So you should explain to a customer how you will, let's say, complete his project, which steps it will involve. Or for example, you can also show the exact relevant cases as I'm using it in relevant scanners. So I'm just showing, hello, for your fintech project, I have completed the same where we done these features. Then we can also tell like, I have a huge experience with the Figma. And for your project, we will use the next structure. I will complete it within 2, 3, 5 weeks, or we can also do not mention the terms and timing. So we can just tell them the process, like discovery stage, design stage, or mock-up stage, etc. Here are some of my previous cases. We should select the most relevant cases, ask specific question, and then make a call to action. So I hope I answered your question, Krishna. I have added relevant keywords to my profile and I notice it appears on the second or third page of search. However, I'm still receiving very few people views, impressions, click, and invite. Why this happening? So first of all, you should understand that your current position in the search doesn't mean anything. Because if, for example, customer opened your profile, let's say 3 times, and you just, how to say it, and then he moved to a search and searched for some relevant freelancers, then your profile will be shown higher than others. But for example, in the case when the customer haven't seen your profile, then your profile can be like deeper than other. So your position doesn't matter, but the views, impressions, clicks, and invites, it's very important metrics, and we should understand exact numbers. So I will have a bonuses for GigRadar members and for people who didn't buy GigRadar already. Benefits for these two audiences, but I will tell you a bit later about it. Okay, hope I have answered to all the questions and moving to the daily workflow with the scanners. So it's like your practical exercises. Every day you should open the GigRadar, check niched scanners first to understand that you send relevant examples, relevant cases to each of these jobs that you found on these scanners. Also, you can review base scanner, like general scanner, for extra search keywords or extra exclude words, just to improve all other scanners. Then apply filters, exclude weak leads. It's understandable, I think. Select qualified
Sorry,
jobs.
sorry, sorry. Vlad,
Yeah.
just 1 second. I think your screen just had stopped for some reason. We cannot see your screen.
Oh,
Can you
okay,
share it
okay, okay.
again? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So now
Okay,
you can
thank
see
you.
it.
Yeah, now we can see it. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, perfectly. So the daily workflow with the scanners is to open degrader, check niche scanners first, review base scanners for extras, apply filters, exclude weak leads. It's the same thing. Select qualified jobs and update prompts for personalized outreach. Uh, just my opinion. I don't know how other experts will tell it, but I see that you can't repeat one prompt for a long time. I recommend you to switch it at least once in 2 months. So just make some changes because just what I'm seeing from Upwork, people who use it the same prompt for a long time and haven't tested it, haven't tested other prompts. Their conversion was much lower than others, and I found these people many times in other proposal section. And other proposal section, it's like I don't know if you know it, but I will explain you. So other proposals, it's a section on the customer side when, for example, customer posted a job posting and he found, let's say, 20, 30, 50 freelancers and freelancers who doesn't match for any reasons, let's say location, previous work history, profile description, etc., will be in other proposals. And people who sending a bits without any changes, most of the time I'm finding them in the other proposal section. It means that customer never will look at them because it will be closed. Okay, and the advice here is consistency turns scanners into a daily client engine. So if as much time you will spend on your scanners, then much result you will receive. Not only, just regular fixes, small fixes. You should think as a client. You can post a job posting from your client's account. Check your competitors. Understand what is the difference between them. Check their profiles. What's included in their profiles, and then only make any updates. Or you can visit the GigRadar events with external experts who will do it for you. And you will know it every time. And if you will visit all the GigRadar events, I think your profiles and your Upwork will work much way better than others. And it's the end of my presentations. And now I have a time to answer your question before we will move to the practical part. Okay. So I have added, okay, shall we change it by a bit or by a lot? So if we are talking about the scanners, I think we can change it a bit. So depends on the situation. Let's say if you have a low view rates, that means you should, for example, point one, you should include the boostings to your cover letters. I will recommend you to use the smart boosting from GeekRadar. It's really helpful tool. Secondly, I will recommend you to change the first 100 or 200 characters in your cover letter. That also can help you to increase the view results. But if you have, let's say, very good view rate, let's say about 22 to 30%, but you have a low reply rate, which is lower than, let's say, 5%, because lower than 5% on Upwork, it's very bad situation, to be honest. What are good benchmarks for view rates and reply rates? It's depending on the niche, to be honest. But let's say the web development and web design, UX UI design, the benchmark is to have 25-30 view rates and from 8 to 10% reply rates. If we're talking about the graphic design and, for example, video production, let's say 2D motion animator, then in this field, you can have about 50% view rate and about 15% reply rate or higher. One of my customers received 22% in March, but like if we're talking about the statistic numbers, it's about 16-18% reply rate. So depends on your average order value, on your average check. So if your services cost less than 5K, then I think you should check the conversions between 30 and 10% reply. If your check higher than 5K, let's say you sell in an average about 10K, then your services and your conversions will be about 7, maybe 8%. And for example, if you have a very, very low checks, like lower than 2K, then your conversion should be about 15%, because if we calculate your business model, uh, okay, should we be using when and why things? Okay, and so when we're talking about the reply rates, depends on your product that you're selling. or your service that you're selling. Also, do you recommend bidding for a fixed price instead of using dynamic price available? For a fixed price project, doesn't matter with which price you will bid, because from job description we will never know the exact scope of work. Like in maybe 10% of the situation, we will know it. But if we're talking about the whole job postings, most of the time we doesn't know their real fixed price and real fixed scope of work. And it doesn't matter with which price you will send a bid. So for the customer who looking the quality, cheap doesn't mean that good. For most of the customers, if they have budget and you bid with this budget, then you have option to be chosen on this job. But if you will bid, for example, like in a 50% of their budget, it will, first of all, for a client, it will looks like something that he will don't trust or she will don't trust. Okay, thanks for a great class, Vlad. Can you talk more about using boosts like GigRadar? Should we be using when and why? Thanks. Okay, I think it's a good question and I need to cover it. Let me share. Do you see my screen now? Carlin, can you tell me?
Yes. All good.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's go to the scanners uh, and Smart Boost. So I'm using about 45 connects because it's not too high price and not too low. So it's like average, and most of the time we will be like in the top 4. So what is the smart boosting? And also we can use a constant, but constant, it's not very great choice if we're talking about your budgets, because you will apply constantly to all jobs with a 45 connects boost, which will be very expensive for you, because we have a matrix which called like CPL, it's like cost per reply, or CPR, cost per reply, or also some people can call it CPL, cost per lead. So it means that your budget for a lead generation, and you converted client, or okay, you converted prospect to a lead for this amount of money, and depends on your service, but I'll recommend you to check if your strategy and your price for a lead is lower than let's say leads to contracts, and you have spent less than 10% of your closed deals to find these clients, it means it's a good result. But if you have higher, it's not very good. So let's say your customer acquisition cost, it's like when we collect all the leads that we received, the price for each of these leads, we will summarize it. So let's say we have spent $1,000 for Upwork Connects, for GigRadar, for lead generators, etc. We have spent $1,000, and from these $1,000, we have received 10K projects. So it means it's a good result. But for example, if we spent 1,000 for Connects and then we received only 3K in the deals, it's a bad result, because like basically business spent about 50% for just for a team. So it's like price for a business. Yeah, it's not a price for a client. And when you have like 50%, it's like 1.5K just for a team, and 1.5K it's your revenue, and you have spent 1,000 for lead generation just to receive this client, and also these $500 basically you will spend for subscriptions, for other stuff, and as a result most of the time you will receive a minus or zero. That's why important to calculate these metrics. And moving to the boosting, so GigRadar has their own lead scoring system. As you see, in each job we have a GigRadar score. And what does it mean? So if the customer are bad on GigRadar opinion to the multiple factors, if the GigRadar score is lower than 50%, GigRadar will never send a boost to this job post. But if you see the 60% here, then it means that GigRadar will apply with a smart boosting and how it works. So from 50, it will beat 50% of your Connect's budget. You saw that I have a budget 45, then the bid for a 50% GigRadar score job will be 22 or 23. Yeah. In the case if it's 60%, GigRadar will do a boost for, let's say, 29. If it's 70%, it will be 35, let's say. 80% will be 37. 90% will be 41, 40. And only in the case if the GigRadar score is 100%, then we will boost with the 45 connects. It's like a maximum. Is it clear for you? Julie, can you tell me?
Okay, I think we can move to the practical part now.
Okay. So average connects price it's 1590 for Webflow. Like I'm increased by budget 3 times. Okay. So moving to the practical part, I will just show you my scanner, which is already set it up. You saw this presentation. You can see this, it's a general scanner. In the general scanner, I just removed all the things that I don't need or I don't do, like email design, engineering, CV design, simple jobs for me, and that's why I was keeping it. Also, we selected category, web and mobile design, because the rest of the categories will be doesn't suitable for us. Then we selected the fixed price budget for this scanner, like $1,000. It's like the minimum price that we can apply. It doesn't mean that we will work for that price because we're working starting from 2.5K. And 1K is just a good start to have a negotiation with the client. Hourly rate price budget. So we're working with $40 hourly rate per hour, and that's why we selected the minimum price for a scanner 40. Also, we haven't included the hourly rate because I don't know how we can estimate it. Budget placeholders, it's a good idea for huge services, but not in a design. That's why I'm decided to avoid it. Include jobs with unspecified budget. I am included because if customer doesn't mention an exact price and his average rate is in our how to say it, in our price range, so then we can work with him. But in another case, we will skip it. Connects price, I'm skipping it because it's not interesting for me. How many connects I will spend. For me, most interesting thing is how much money I will earn from this scanner. So I'm selecting the scanners depending on the price range. So let's say if I have the lowest customer acquisition cost on this scanner, then the scanner will work more than others, and I can reduce the qualification and make it a bit lower. But for example, if the scanner doesn't work and like customer acquisition cost in the scanner will be very high, as I mentioned, like I sold 3,000 and I have spent 1,000. So it doesn't work for me. I will just turn off the scanner and that's all. And then I will check what was wrong with the scanner. Also, the project duration, as I told you, I'm using all these filters, so it doesn't matter if the customer included less than 1 month or more than 6 months, because all of these projects can convert into long-term partnerships. Hourly workload also doesn't matter because, to be honest, clients never know how many hours they need. So you, as a freelancer, as expert, you will offer it to them. Okay, the client filter. So, as I told you, I'm using only include filter and working only with European or America. That's because, first of all, the budgets of this customer are much higher than, for example, customers from Ukraine, let's say, because in Ukraine, average salary is about like let's say $1,000 per month, and I think lower than 1,000. But what I'm trying to tell you, if your service costs more than one monthly average salary in this region, it will be very, very difficult. For example, in United States, average salary I think about 4K. So if you sell and design for $1,000 for peoples from United States, it will be like regular cup of the coffee. But for peoples who has lower income in their regions, so it will mean that these services are too expensive. And for example, if you have lower rates like 50 and 20, you can apply to these countries. But if you have 40, you should apply to the mostly Western countries. Okay, client rating, as I told you, 4 stars. Include clients with no feedback. It's exactly what I need. Payment verified in this scanner I have included because in these scanners I have more jobs than, for example, on Webflow. And I can increase about my elevate my qualification. So high rate stats doesn't matter for me. A higher rate also doesn't matter for me because like low higher rate that doesn't mean that a client truly decide to post a job and do not hire anybody. Many times these customers just moving outside the Upwork, and that's why they have a low higher rate. And the average hourly rate paid, so like for my client, for this client exactly, it's a $15 because we found that the lowest average hourly rate paid of his previous customers was $15. And that's why we decided just to use only from $15. Then we move into a vendor. You already know that I'm using this filter for all my scanners. So unspecified only agency and experience level expert intermediate. Then moving to the preview results. I'm checking here the feed to make the exclude words. So just to understand, let's say I see the wrong job here. Yeah, and then I will just add it here. That's my daily routine with the gig radar. So there was 4 jobs. Okay, then moving to insights. Here I can understand how much money I need to spend for a connect. And also here the average price for this connect, for this job. And for example, 201 multiplied by 16.16 and multiplied by 0.15. As I remember, it's like average price for a scanner for a connect in the dollars. Depends you paying VAT or not, because if you paying VAT and Upwork allows you like zero VAT commission, so then you will spend on each connect 0.15. But if you paying on Upwork these taxes, then your connect price will be 0.18. Okay, also you can check here top keywords, but it's a bit outdated feature. Also, you can select the scanner notification settings. You can include opportunity alerts every time when scanner found the relevant job on the scanner. You can send it. And if you have a manual lead generation, you can just turn it on and help your workers receive jobs much faster than they can find it. Then moving to the next thing, auto bidding. So it means we enable it or disable. Schedule can be custom or can be 24/7. I'm not using custom most of the time, but sometimes when I do a tests, I can do the custom. And for example, few days I'm working with test scanner and few days with a just regular scanner. Here we can select the three options of bidding algorithm, template, Sardor, Laziza. So my choice is Sardor because I'm not lazy and I can do everything manually. But for real lazy peoples, I will recommend to Laziza. It's like I think it called Laziza because it from word lazy. Okay, yeah, and you can do it automatically. Also, profile match. That's why I told you that top keywords, it's a bit outdated feature. So you have your profile and you have scanner insights. Sometimes it can be old skills, don't worry. For example, the skill which called UX and UI design with a slash, we don't have it on Upwork. Why we don't have it? Because it's old skill and Upwork sometimes changing the skills. So, and you should have at least 80% match here to have a good results. Also, you can select portfolio, but I'm doing it with using a prompt. The prompt will be available for a GigRadar users who visited this event. You can text Corlan, and then Corlan will send you all the instructions about my prompt. And also, one more thing, peoples who haven't bought a GigRadar but thinking to do it, if you will do it today, each people who will buy GigRadar today will receive a free personal 1-hour consultation from me about the Upwork, about the IT field business, about how you can calculate something, how to improve your sales department. So just contact Harlan and you will receive or my calendar or this PDF guide with a prompt. So, and now we are at the end of our event. Can you tell me, guys, how it was for you? Can you rate it from 1 to 10? It was helpful or not?
Thank you very much, Vlad. Yeah, 9, 10. Thank you. Great. And also, guys, please don't forget to DM me for the PDF guide from Vlad, and then we will share it with you.
Yeah, I'll send it with the Corlan in a few minutes. I already have all the information prepared. So the peoples who will buy GigRadar just now, then these peoples can receive 1-hour consultation with me. And the peoples who already has a GigRadar, then they will receive a prompt only in the case if they will contact you.
Great. Nice. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Please, guys, do not DM me on Zoom. Please DM me on Slack because once we close this event, I will not be able to see any of these private chats. So if you're not still a member of our community, then I highly suggest you to sign up. where you can also DM Vlad. Goodbye, guys. Thank you very much for coming and joining.